Hey there, wild ones. Welcome or welcome back. Kat here. I hope you're having a fabulous morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world. I hope you had an amazing, joyful, loving, great, grand Mother's Day yesterday. Ooh, we had such a great time. Generally, I work to put the readings up on this specific channel on Wednesdays and Sundays, but we were having such a great time that I didn't get it up. And yeah, that's okay. That's all right. All right, we're going to go ahead and see what message needs to come through for you. We are looking at a lesson you might be going through. So let's see what it is. What is the lesson, the learning that Wild Sparks might be going through? Worry. Okay. All right. Some of you are being some worry words. I got some worry going on. Let's see. What is the advice for the wild ones? Let's get one or two more here, Spirit. One or two more of the advice for the wild ones. Let us. Oh, okay. And we're going to get a mindful message to close the reading off, or two. All right. Isn't that interesting? These ones, not so much. But that message, okay. So some of you have been going through some worry as of late. There's been a lot maybe going on. There's been some changes, something maybe concerning, whatever it may be specifically for you. Worry is something that we all tend to do from time to time. Some of us more often than others. Some of us a bit deeper than others. Some of us can make ourselves actually very ill or diseased with worry. Okay, so I am learning that worry does not change an outcome. So this is powerful. Big energy coming through here with worry. Yes, we can make ourselves sick. We can cause, kind of a collapsing within other areas of our world, our life. We can even shut down with worry. But this is that powerful message. I am learning that worry doesn't change an outcome. It doesn't change anything. And I know that that's easier said than understood or done, or right. Tell our logical mind that, because we know that, we know, right on the surface we know all of that, but we are the only people or person that can change this for ourselves. Have this understanding, have this epiphany, and then show up and work towards not or lessening your worry, because it doesn't change anything. And for some, there are some times where we can worry ourselves right into self-sabotage, where we create or cause issues and problems all on our own. Okay, so it doesn't change the outcome. And or if there are certain cases where it actually may change the outcome, a lot of times it makes it worse. All right, so this is your lesson or your learning that potentially you're going through at this time. Really kind of needing to get a handle, right, on the worry, and knowing that it doesn't change the outcome. So for some of you, it's just time to get up and get out, get yourself really busy, maybe do lawn work, maybe do gardening, taking walks, taking runs, walking the dogs, getting together with family, friends, whatever it may be. Because once we can get ourselves out of, a lot of times, the situation, or out of our heads where we can get busy and get doing something else, we actually can change our own physiological energy, right? We can change the response. Even for some of you, just smiling or humming can pull you out of that state of worry. Okay, so really take this to heart, because it can get to your heart if you're not careful. All right, now your advice, you have three cards of advice. You have the Death card, the Seven of Cups, and the King of Cups. I obviously have this deck upside down, so because I don't do reversals. All right, so the Death card coming through there. This needs this worrying. Your advice is that it's time for it to end. Okay, it's time for change to come through. We just really talked about this, so this is just further confirmation. This needs to end. The worry ward, the over worrying, it needs to end, because it's not good for you all the way around. It doesn't change anything unless potentially, or perhaps it might change it, unfortunately, for the worse, causing self-sabotage or causing situations to come into play that wouldn't ever have otherwise by potentially our own acts and deeds, right? And not really realizing that we're creating or causing that. So that's time for it's time for that to end. It's time for you to transition into a space. We, Spirit and I, just gave you a couple of ways that you can do that, to transition into a space of less worry. We, Spirit and I, understand that worrying is something, right? It's kind of a natural response. It's something that we do. Sometimes we do it more often, and sometimes we do it less, depending on our environment, our conditioning, right? Our own kind of individual knowings or experiences, knowledge, that kind of thing. But we can, right? You hear, sometimes you can improve 0.5% or 1% a day, and you're still making movement. You can decrease your worrying by 0.5% or 1% a day, and it will increase your overall mood, the flow, the alignment, everything. And it doesn't only help in one area. When we can reduce or become more conscious and aware, and understand how that worrying doesn't help us and sometimes causes more issues than it's worth, right? We can create beautiful energy and flow alignment within other areas of our life, not even just that one area that we have been worrying about. Okay, the next cup you have is the Seven of Cups. There's possibilities. Move into that energy. This is your advice, remember, of wishful thinking. Instead of going humdrum and all doom and gloom, you have the power. You are so powerful. You can move into a state of wishful thinking. Think about all the things that could go right instead of always worrying about all the things that couldn't go wrong. There are so many possibilities. In fact, it's unlimited, okay? And the Seven of Cups just shows that there are potential, there are possibilities, there are just unlimited avenues that things could come about, unfold right in. Some of them actually may be challenging, right? Some of them may feel as if they're struggle, but it doesn't change that if we worry, okay? So we can stay in a space of wishful thinking, of understanding possibilities, of staying or understanding or being a person who actually kind of goes towards the bright side. It doesn't mean that we're doing toxic positivity or what have you, but I mean, just your heart will thank you. Okay, that's what yeah, your heart will thank you. And then you also have the the Knight of Matches, or the Knight of Wands, and we talked about this as well. Adventure. Get out of your head, get out of your house, get out and do something, take some action, follow a passion. Okay, again, this is your advice. Get out and do something instead of staying in your head. Sometimes we can just get up and read a book. It doesn't mean we have to get out of the house, but get out of our head. Okay, get out of our head. Move, go into an adventure, follow a passion, take some action to get yourself into a different state, because that worry isn't doing a dang thing for you. Okay, now you have two mindful messages that came out, and look at, they're both green, also kind of putting you into that energy of the outside. One is play and one is recharge. Of course it is. Even more confirmation. I am completely engaged in what I do. What? Did we not talk about this all the way through? I am here and now. I call it play instead of work. I am deeply fulfilled by all that I do. You see? And a Rubik's Cube. There's anything that you can do, unlimited possibilities, right? That you can do to get your mind in a different space, in a different place, and allow for yourself to really, even if not stop worrying completely, to take a break from it. Take a breath, okay? And the next one you have right here, following right with suit with that green as well. Get outside, get some nature, get some fresh air, get some, exercise, do something, okay? Is recharge, right? Yeah, take a break, take a rest, recharge, okay? I invite magic into my life always. Every day I grow my connection to this earth. If I am ever feeling low, ding, 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 or worrying, right? I simply step outside and appreciate the natural, miracles in this life. Being in nature lifts my spirits and recharges my energy. You see? There is so much that you can do. So look at, not only was this kind of that lesson or that learning, kind of that you're, but all of this ended up being advice, not even just these three, but this as well. Spirit was like, you know what? Here, wild ones, we're going to give you a little bonus just in case you weren't quite clear with this advice here. Let's give a little more. Okay. Beautiful. I intend this resonated with you. If it did, make sure that you're liking and sharing these videos. It does help others to be able to see this little baby channel. She's a growing, but it's slow. So let's get that pumped up a little bit. Also, make sure you subscribe. Also, check out my main channel, Stars Aligned Oracle. We do mostly do Aquarius readings over there, but sometimes we do some other, and the readings are really universal. They are and can be for everyone. The message is the message, and it may be one that you need to hear today. So go ahead and check that channel, Stars Aligned Oracle, the first channel out as well, and subscribe over there. You're more than welcome on both. We would love to have you, and that's what I got. So I'll see you in the next reading.